All right, one other game we'll take a look at here, the Gator Bowl, which is a interesting matchup here, is South Carolina taking on Notre Dame. Notre Dame, a slight favorite here, 251.5, I believe, is what we're looking at. Did anybody want to play South Carolina at the end of this season? I'm not sure because quietly they became one of the better teams in the country that nobody wanted to play. Just ask Clemson, just ask Tennessee. What are you thinking here, Jimmy? It's an interesting matchup between these two teams. Who are you leaning towards?
All right, so here we go again. Drew Pine out for Notre Dame. He's transferring. Michael Mayer's gone, the tight end and top target. He's headed to the NFL draft as well. Look, nobody in the country finished the season better than South Carolina, blowing out Tennessee 63-38, and then going to take down Clemson. Now, they are without their best running backs and tight ends, so you'll want to take that into consideration. But look, there's been a lot of talk about Spencer Rattler and his inconsistency, but he's shown the ability to play well, and I was impressed with him those last few weeks, and I'm willing to take a shot with him now. The Gamecocks are excited for this game. I think the motivation is definitely going to be there for them. They think they're turning their program around. Defense isn't bad, and I just don't want any part of Notre Dame as a favorite. Problem is we really missed the best of the number. It's gone through 3 now. We're looking at the 2s. But South Carolina 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 as an underdog. They're also 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 bowl games. So give me the Gamecocks in this one, Joe.
South Carolina, I mean, I think he's got it there, Brian, because South Carolina wants to be here. I don't know that Drew Pine is a big loss. He kind of got the job by default anyway there. I mean, they weren't really excited for him for Notre Dame. But Notre Dame is not exactly going to be thrilled to be here. South Carolina is, and give it to Spencer Rattler and that coaching staff. That kid single-handedly did a lot to make sure that team had 8 wins and ready to go here to a bowl game. I still think they're very dangerous as a dog. What do you think?
Yeah, I firmly agree with the quarterback situation. They haven't had a quarterback all year, to be honest with you. So that's been a weakness. So I'm not too worried about that. When you take a look at the transfer portal, they've got 2 coming in, 6 leaving, including a 4-star player and 5 3-star players. So the Irish need to pick it up if they're going to be competitive again next year. Disappointing season for them. I agree. I don't think they want this game. South Carolina was a team. Their season was virtually over halfway through the season. Then they got hot at the end, and now they think they've got a future. And when you get to play the Irish in a bowl game, and that's big. I mean, they play in the SEC. They play against a lot of great teams, but the Irish have that tradition. I don't think the Irish players are excited to play South Carolina. The line is dropped, and it makes sense. If this was a regular season game, I would have made the line Notre Dame 5. But because of everything that's happened and the site of this bowl game, I agree. South Carolina is the only way I would look here. Although if you take a look at South Carolina, they've got 3 guys coming in, 9 guys going away, including 2 4-star players. So they may not be quite as good next year, but in their minds, they think they will be. So and they'll be off to a better start when the season starts than what they came in this year. But I prefer the South Carolina side only on the emotional side. That's the only way I would look at this one.
How about it, Tony Finn? Notre Dame's going to want to run the ball. South Carolina, not exactly great against the run. So what gives in this game? You leaning one way or the other?
I am. This is actually my best bet for the show. So in this game, we can start it with me right now, or we can go to the best bet section. Your choice. I have a. You want to roll it? Let's roll it.
Roll it. Go. Give it to us. Best bet. You're going to go who?
I'll let Robert stack up like 4 or 5 minutes, so without the beep, without the sound.
Okay.
Right. Notre Dame minus the points here. I thought both these guys laid it out perfectly. First off, Pine isn't a loss. He's not a loss in this game, other than a little experience with this offense. Secondly, but I hear nothing but these great things and the great talk about South Carolina and how they closed the season. Does everyone remember what they did the 3 games before they kind of got warm there at the end of the season, losing to Missouri losing to teams that everyone had beaten already. Great stuff. Love to see South Carolina doing well, but Notre Dame has every reason in the world to go in here, perform well, and get the win. They're favored for a reason. They're the better team. They're going to win. Notre Dame needs that recruiting, that edge that the Bulls give you in the recruiting. Notre Dame, Fighting Irish minus the small number over South Carolina. Best bet for the show.
Ooh, Notre Dame, they're going to run all over them South Carolina Gamecocks. Huh? All right, there you go.